What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Chasing 100 Now podcast. Ladies, this one's for you. We already talked about last time about what to look for, what men should look for in a woman. Today, ladies, we're talking about what you guys should look for in a man. So, Shaq, what do you think?
First of all, don't marry a man better looking than you.
Why is that?
You're going to make you very jealous and very insecure. It's not worth it, ladies. Number two, although we all love them, don't marry a player. He's eventually going to get bored of you and he's going to cheat on you. Trust me, ladies. So what are the three things women should look for?
Sure.
Loyalty, attractiveness, and money. Now, most of y'all will only get one of these things. If you get two, consider yourself very lucky you hit the jackpot. Now, if you get all three, like my mentor said, that's Prince Charming. He doesn't exist. Think Ricky Martin. He was living La Vida Loca, ladies. You don't want that as a husband.
Well, I don't think he wants that either.
Yeah, he doesn't either.
Anyway. Okay, so look, man, me personally, I think first of all, so I have a bunch of nieces, right? So this is kind of like me giving advice to them.
Absolutely.
Shout out to my nieces out there. I would say number one is character. Okay. You got to have a man who has good character.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Number two is someone who works hard. When he grows up and he works hard, when he's used to working hard, when he's used to putting in effort, that kind of man, if he has good character and he works hard, he's going to always figure it out.
Okay, so what are some problems that happen if he's not a hard worker?
If he's lazy, first of all, ladies, you're going to eventually hate the guy, right? Because you're going to end up moving more than him, working harder than him. And that's just going to get you frustrated. And a lazy man, it's opposite of what a man is supposed to be, right? A man is supposed to go out, work, hustle, take care of his family. And that's the third thing I would look for, is someone who has a sense of responsibility. A man who says, this is my family, I have to take care of them. Whatever I have to do, whether it's a garbage man, a business owner, whatever that guy does, if he's a hard worker and he has that sense of, this is my family, I have to take care of them. Right?
You know what's unfortunate? Those are considered old school values now. Because the way guys are nowadays, they're sitting in a basement playing video games. They're 35 years old, still living at home.
We need to bring that back into our men, right? A sense of responsibility.
Absolutely.
I got married, as you know, at the age of 20.
That's correct.
As you really,
No,
it's an inside story here that we won't share publicly.
I was there.
But and I got married at 20.
Yeah.
And so what did I do? I got a full-time job. I was working 55 hours a week, going to school, taking 18 hours of classes because I wanted to graduate, and so I needed to make more money, right? Because I had someone to take care of.
Right.
I had that sense of responsibility. So Shaq, you mentioned three characteristics. Can you kind of break that down a little bit?
So the first thing I'm going to talk about is loyalty. So what does that mean? He's not going to cheat on you. When you're in public, he's going to make you look good. And he's never going to talk behind your back. He's an ally. If he has a problem, he's going to talk to you straight up. Now, as far as attractiveness, first of all, you should be physically attractive. I think that's really important.
Of course.
But attractiveness isn't just physical looks, it's personality. Is he someone you can smile with? Is someone you can cry with? Is he someone that doesn't make you bored? I think that's really important. Otherwise, you're going to get bored of him, ladies.
Absolutely.
And money, the third one is, if you don't want to work, you don't have to. He should make enough money where he can support the family. Now, if you want to work, that's your business and that's totally cool.
Yeah.
But he should make enough money to where you don't have to work if you don't want to.
Or if you lose your job.
Or if you lose your job.
You're not on the street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you want to get at least, if you get two of these characteristics, consider yourself lucky, ladies. So if you get two, you've hit the jackpot. What are some red flags that women should look for in men?
If a man's not a hard worker, ladies, stay away from him.
Women that said they can change the guy.
Just based on your laugh, on both of us laughing, we already know the answer for that. Forget it, lazy. You're not changing anything. So, man, second red flag is a man who's insecure. Okay, that's huge. Because a man who's insecure, it's usually going to come out in anger.
True.
Okay? He's going to be, you're not going to be able to, women by nature, we know they're made out of a rib of Adam, right? Eve was made out of the rib of Adam, right? So what does that mean? That means she's softer and she's going to have more up and down emotionally, right? Just by nature, right? Not a bad thing or good thing. It is what it is, right? But if you have a man doing that as well, because of his insecurity, that's a massive red flag. So Shaq, what about you? What are some red flags that women should look for, be careful about when looking for a man?
So ladies, you're going to write me letters after this and you're going to thank me. So listen to everything I have to say. Yeah. Number one red flag is he does drugs. Now this is actually, you guys know, this is actually pretty common nowadays. Now I don't mean marijuana, not that I care if you smoke or not, but I'm talking about drugs in general.
But even marijuana.
But even marijuana makes you lazy, okay? Yeah, exactly. And I can tell you from personal experience. So one day I was at a party and someone gave me what they said was a muscle relaxer. I took this and trust me, it was no damn muscle relaxer. Wow. Within 30 minutes, the most irrational thoughts, and I'm a very logical guy, you know this, the most irrational thoughts seemed totally logical. Totally logical. Yeah. Luckily, I knew I was under the influence and I didn't act on any of them. But when I was done, I realized I'm never going to have a relationship with someone that does drugs because they could be the best person in the world sober, but under the influence, they will do anything and everything. 100%. Number two, ladies, and listen to this one closely. Don't marry a simp. So what is a simp? A simp is a typical nice guy who will do whatever you say whenever you want to. Trust me, this is not what you want. Eventually, you're going to be sick and tired of being the man of the house. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You think you will like it at first, but you get sick and tired. But number two, when the shit hits the fan, do you think this guy's really going to stand up for you? Yeah. He's going to head for the exits. 100%. I can't tell you how many women I know who constantly talk about they have to protect their husband. This is embarrassing. Do not marry a man. This is true.
No.
I swear to God, the exact words were used, protect my husband.
No.
Absolutely.
No. Can you imagine? Like a burglar comes and the woman stands there. Don't you?
Okay, so number three is gambling. Now, this is a bigger problem. Now, if he gambles here and there, I don't gamble, but it's not a big deal. But I'm talking about he's really into gambling. You know, how many lives, how many marriages have been ruined by gambling? I actually have a friend, her husband, he lost their entire house twice. No. He had to go to rehab and they had to start over from scratch. Wow. Ladies, gambling is a big red flag. Stay away from it. Ladies, look for a man with good character. Because all these things are the opposite of good character. Right? If you have a good character who works hard, who really takes responsibility for the family, you're going to be okay because he's always going to figure it out. Number four red flag, last but not least, is he's into pornography. This is a big thing nowadays. Now, the problem with pornography is if you're a man, you're pornography, you're weak. Yeah. You're freaking weak. 100%. Now, the thing with pornography is you lose your desire to do things. You lose your drive. Yeah. Throughout history, let's face it, men have always tried to accomplish things to attract women. Yeah. Now, when you're sitting in a room all day, releasing yourself, you really have no need for a woman. This is a fact. Yes. Number two, when you do have relations with your husband, if you're lucky enough, he will have unrealistic expectations. Yeah. And the third question you got to ask yourself is, would you want your son to be like this? Yeah, man. Absolutely not. Stay away from men who are too much into pornography. Yeah. So ladies, that's it for us. I hope you guys appreciate the advice and let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on the Chasing 100. Ladies, don't forget to thank me for the advice. We'll see you next time.